Hey guys, this is Connor Pertzer. I'm going to be showing you how to do a poetry reading. Poetry is composed of three different poems, usually consisting of the same general area or subject, and they all come together to make one big piece of artwork. Um, my poetry this year was on parenting, and I'm going to do that for you guys. I am not a poet. Words do not drip from my lips like shining drops of dew. Translucent, everlescent, pearlescent. No, I am not a poet. And the words that shape my days and the works of hands are simple, sturdy, solid. A noun denotes a person, place, or thing held cradle still. A verb describes an action or a state, to care, to bear, to nurse, to hold, to love. Subject-verb agreement. The root of grammar. The core of a deep felt life, words match to deed. No, I am not a poet. And images do not dance in my mind like Pegasus on a starry night. But the future does take on a dancing form. And language matters, crystallizes, sings, as I begin to learn my mother's tongue. And while I am not a poet, I know the value of words impinges on tongue and mind and heart. But the most precious word is one that I have not yet heard, shaped by tiny lips, a small voice soon now, almost any day. The words Arnold has yet to say. Daddy. Parenting in today's society can be tough. Monitoring what your children hear and see on TV is almost impossible. That was Eleanor by Janelle Downey. If I should have a daughter, instead of mom, she's going to call me Point B. Because that way, she knows no matter what happens, at least she can always find her way back. And I'm going to paint the solar systems on the backs of her hands so she has to learn the entire universe before she can say, oh, I know that like the back of my hand. And she's going to learn that this life will hit you hard in the face, wait for you to get back up, just so it can kick you in the stomach. But getting the wind knocked out of you is the only way to remind your lungs how much they left the taste of air. There is hurt here that cannot be fixed by band-aids or poetry. So the first time she realizes that Wonder Woman isn't coming, I'll make sure she knows she doesn't have to wear that cape all by herself. Because no matter how wide you stretch your fingers, your hands will always be too small to catch all the pain you want to feel. Believe me, I've tried. If the many jobs of a parent were narrowed down to just one, it would be this: to love your child unconditionally. This is If I Should Have a Daughter by Sarah Kay. And baby, I'll tell her, don't keep your nose up in the air like that. I know that trick. I've done it a million times. You're just smelling for smoke, so you can follow the trail back to a burning house, so you can find the boy who lost everything in the fire to see if you can save him. Or else, find the boy who lit the fire in the first place to see if you can save him. But I know she will anyway. So instead, I'll always keep an extra supply of chocolate and rain boots nearby, because there is no heartbreak that chocolate can't fix. Okay, there's a couple heartbreaks that chocolate can't fix. But that's what the rain boots are for. Because rain will wash away everything if you let it. I want her to look through the world through the underside of a glass-bottomed boat. To look through a microscope at the galaxies that exist on the pinpoint of a human mind. Because that's the way my mom taught me. That there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this, my mama said. When you open up your hands to pick up a wing with only blisters and bruises. When you step out of the phone booth and try and fly, and the very people that you want to save are the same ones standing on your cape. And your boots will fill with rain, and you'll be up to your knees in disappointment. And those are the very days you have all the more reasons to say thank you. Because there's nothing more beautiful than the way the ocean refuses to stop kissing its shoreline, no matter how many times it's slipped away. You will put the wind and win some, lose some. You will put the star on starting over and over. And no matter how many landmines erupt in a minute, Be sure your mind lands on the beauty of this funny place called life. And yes, on a scale from 1 to over trusting, I'm pretty damn naive. But I want her to know that this world is made out of sugar and crumbles so easily. But don't be afraid to stick your tongue out and taste it. Baby, I'll tell her. Remember, your mama is a warrior and your papa is a warrior. And you are the small girl with small hands and big eyes who never stops asking for more. Remember that good things come in threes and so do bad things. And always apologize when you've done something wrong. But don't ever apologize for the way your eyes refuse to stop shining. Your voice is small, but don't ever stop singing. And when they finally hand you a holiday, when they slip war and hatred under your door and offer you handouts on street corners of cynicism and defeat, you tell them they really want to meet your mother. Teaching a child can be the hardest part of being a parent, but the hardest part of being a child is having to say goodbye to that teacher. This is Call Me by Sonia Gray. Oh, mother dear, I miss you like never before. Where are your warm hugs? Have they cracked and wilted when you're at the end? Where are your sweet smiles? Have they dried and shriveled to your fingers? Where are your funny jokes? Have they turned to dust and laid for you? Who will comfort me? I saw mortality in her eyes. A visual aid of fear pinched my insides. I realized she would die at 35. Cause of death. Too much Pepsi and a little regret. The drone of the hourglass remembered time. A dusty old clock to dead and blind. Even though my mom saved me from salty crackers and dry cactuses, she could never fix the broken tile that still made me smile. Even after she sacrificed her life, all the while, I must read a poem about my teeth hurting, about my fingers burning, and my heart breaking. Loneliness, because of which is my difference. And as a script, what it would be like to lie in a crypt, me to break the oppression of my life and escape the depression holding me tight. I love myself. The masochist in me enjoys the pain. I love myself. Unable to separate from the one who gives to me. I love myself. Taking small steps in doing it. These things take time. I drink and red. Red that flowed from my fingertips and onto his throat. Locked in the bathroom with the man. Thought I didn't care. I held the axe that appeared in my hands. I smashed his heart in. I let my words go. But that wasn't enough. So I did again and again and again. So what I did there was I brought the emotion to different levels in all three poems. That's something you should try to accomplish in your poetry and try to convey a certain message with each one, but while keeping the same general idea. Like my poems were all about parenting, but the first one was just kind of an intro poem. The second one was more the comedy and like getting to the serious stuff, and the last one was like heart wrenching, like killer, psycho, whatever you want it to be. Um, and the intros in between are no more than 30 seconds a piece. Mine were pretty short this year, but that made up for it with the longer poems. And that's what you should try and accomplish with your poetry. Thank you.